it's time for Toker Talk Radio, the voice of the marijuana nation.
What are you people? On dope?
Where you can toke.
I inhale frequently.
Or you can talk.
I experimented with marijuana and didn't inhale.
Or you can toke and talk.
10 federal criminal penalties for possession of up to 1 ounce of marijuana.
While we talk about toke on Toker Talk Radio.
So, by the way, when it comes to pot, if you're 40 years old, you live in a log cabin in Oregon, you got 12 giant pot plants in your backyard, have a ball.
Live from beautiful Portland, Oregon at Rolla J Studios.
Hey, this is great.
Just not Cannavest.
Plus your calls live at 971-533-7111.
They're walking on their pants with their cap on backwards, listening to Enema Man and Snoopy Poop Dog.
What's to keep somebody from getting all potted up on weed and then getting behind the wheel? Gateway theory doesn't work. It's a reality.
Holland, is it real? Don't tease me.
We're locking up people that take a couple of puffs of marijuana, and the next thing you know, they got 10 years.
And now, here's your host, the guru of ganja graphics, the sultan of sativa statistics, and the worst nightmare of a reefer mad prohibitionist. A polite, perspicacious, productive pothead with a propensity for PowerPoint. Radical Russ Belville.
Hey folks, Radical Russ here, 402 in the Pacific Time Zone. We've sent out our first records request money, $299 to Clatsop County. Just during the last segment, I got the email back from Crook County. Their estimate, $6,584.70. I call shenanigans. We're going to trim that request down and get something out of them, but if you want to contribute, go to GoFundMe.com/FightSabet. And now, more Urb Thrasher at the Boston Freedom Rally.
25th annual Boston Freedom Rally. Walking through food area. You gotta have munchies. Doesn't seem to be a lot of smoking on the out. Rick Cusick, high times right there, passing by. You never knew who you're gonna see at the Boston Freedom Rally. Grateful Dead dude right there, rocking out elephant ears. Stoner's favorite. Walking right now to the bandstand stage. As you can see it there in the far background fixture here on the Boston Common. Bands and speakers playing. And this is the first year where they've added another stage too. So there's 2 stages here at the Boston Freedom Rally. You have the Hitman Glass stage and the bandstand stage. Making our way out to it right now.
Y'all feeling today, huh? Y'all smoking good? El primo y hueputa. Shout to the whole mob. Props us, Scope Apparel. You know what I'm saying? Moneymark.com, El Primo Profit. Shout to everybody smoking good weed tonight, man. Let's get it. Hey, yo, we got free CDs too. CDs right there, Urban Term, Oven Door, all original music.
.420 Radio, your ticket.
Mike Schwab is a former middle school science and math teacher. Currently, he works with children daily as an after-school program leader.
Currently, kids have easy access to marijuana with little understanding of its impact. We can take better care of our kids through Measure 91 with strict regulations and funding for proven marijuana education and prevention programs to keep kids from using it. Under our current marijuana laws, one mistake can ruin a life. Measure 91 removes unfairly harsh punishment for marijuana offenses and gets more tax money to local police and drug prevention. Vote yes on 91.
420radio.org is proud to replay Hemp Radio with Patty Cakes from Orange County, California. Patty Cakes, the Queen of Cannabis, and the crew of Hemp Radio are all veterans of Southern California's medical marijuana activism. Catch the replays at 10 Pacific on 4.
Hi, I'm Richard Harris. I'm the former director of addictions and mental health for the state of Oregon. Drug treatment and prevention are woefully underfunded right now. Measure 91 will better fund drug treatment and prevention programs. Marijuana isn't going anywhere. We're not stopping it with the war on drugs. You have to remember that marijuana is a pretty benign drug. It doesn't have the usual dependency features of, say, heroin or alcohol abuse. Now, marijuana feeds drug cartels and fuels violence. We can crack down on that. Take the money from drug cartels and, by the law, spend it on law enforcement, treatment, and education. Criminalizing marijuana is just no way to solve the problem. That's why treatment people like me are supporting Measure 91.
A marijuana smoker, this is a golden age. It is a wonderful time to be alive. When we founded NORML in 1970, only 12% of the public supported our position. And our position were the marijuana smokers' lobby. We've always said there should be absolutely no penalties for the responsible use of marijuana by adults. We think we should be able to grow our own as an option to make sure the industry is honest and provides us a high-quality product. We also think that consumers want a product that's affordable, convenient, high quality. We want to test it in a laboratory so we know there's no molds or pesticides. I want to know the strength of the THC and the strength of the CBD, and I want to know something about the terpenes. And there's no reason we can't. I can tell you folks that in Colorado and Washington right now, that's what consumers have available to them, where they have now regulated and legalized the sale of marijuana to adults. Now, it's, as I say, it's a golden age because when we started we had 12% support, and about 3 years ago we finally got over 50% support, and right now, according to the Gallup poll, the same one that only had 12 percentage points when we started, 58% of the country nationwide now support the legalization and regulation and taxation of marijuana. We have largely won the hearts and minds of the American public. Now, what's a little fascinating about that is that only about 14% of the public smoke marijuana. You know, those of us who are marijuana enthusiasts, of course we support legalization. We don't want to get arrested. We've been putting up with around 750,000 marijuana arrests every year in this country. And by the way, in Washington State, where I know it's not a perfect law, but they had 11,000 marijuana arrests in Washington State the last year before they legalized marijuana. So far this year, they've had 128. Not 1,000, 128. So let me tell you, even when legalization isn't perfect, it is one hell of a step ahead of prohibition. And that's what the American public have largely found. Most of those non-smokers are not pro-pot. Now, some of them are because they've seen what marijuana can do for medical patients. And so some people have become pro-pot. But most of them who don't smoke are not pro-pot, they're anti-prohibition. They have figured out what America figured out at the end of alcohol prohibition, which is prohibition causes more problems than the underlying drug you're trying to control. And so they're with us right now. And the reason we're winning in so many states, we have 23 states in the District of Columbia that have now legalized medical use, and you good people in Massachusetts are leading the way on that right now. I hope by this spring you finally have your first dispensaries up and running. And as the prior speaker, Keith, was saying, and some other folks, in 2 years, we fully expect you're going to have a full legalization proposal. on the ballot in Massachusetts, and if it qualifies, you will pass it. All of the surveys show we enjoy way more than 50% support in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Now, again, I want to be honest, these aren't perfect. Most of these laws that are being passed right now still have problems, for example, with child custody. If you're a marijuana smoker, whether it's medical or recreational, there's kind of a presumption that you may not be a fit parent. Well, it's time we overcame those presumptions, so we've got some work to do there. Similarly, right now, even in the states that have fully legalized marijuana, if you work for a private company and they want to drug test you and you test positive for THC, they can fire you even though there's no showing that you were impaired on the job. Now, that's obviously not fair, and that's not what the American people want. So, as I say, we still have a lot of work to do. DUID, in most states, they don't have to show impairment. They can show a certain level of THC, and that is not the same as impairment. So we do still have a lot of work to do. But again, what a wonderful time to be alive as a marijuana smoker and to see this incredible change taking place. I want to read a quote, if I can get this to work. I have to try to do it because otherwise I won't remember it.
Yo.
All right, we're there. There's a Supreme Court decision in 2002 called Lawrence v. Texas. And in that, Chief Justice...
there we are.
Here we go. Lawrence v. Texas. And in that decision, Justice Anthony Kennedy, writing for the majority, said the following. Lost it again. That's what a stoner's like. Justice Kennedy said the following: at the heart of liberty is the right to define one's own concept of existence, of meaning of the universe, and of the mystery of human life. It is a promise of the Constitution that there is a realm of personal liberty where the government may not enter. Well, folks, we're really only incidentally talking about marijuana. We are really talking about personal freedom. We're talking about that realm where government may not enter. And with your continued help over the next 3, 4, 5 years, we're going to legalize marijuana for all adults all across this country. Thank you very much.
Keith Stroup, ladies and gentlemen, founder of Normal. Are you kidding me? So we've got this little tradition we do every year. High Times comes, they throw down for us. You guys ever heard of a little magazine called High Times Magazine? You know about this? Yes, sir. So usually we have a gentleman that comes here, and it's tradition. He counts down to 420 for us. But last year, he was not here, so we did it bi-coastal. But this year he's back. Give it up for Rick Cusick.
Beautiful from here. My name is Rick Cusick. I am the associate publisher of High Times Magazine. This month for 40 years, our 40th anniversary is this month's edition of High Times. That's who I am. You guys are the people who are going to legalize marijuana in 2016. Give it up! You are going to legalize weed in 2016, and I am here to tell you how fucking important that is. Now, before I get started, I want to say one thing, because I've been waiting almost a year to step on this stage and say this. K-O-P! Remember when we legalized weed in Massachusetts? Remember it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for K-O-P! My man, Mike. We have had incredible wins throughout the country. You know all about it. We've had incredible wins in Colorado. We've had incredible wins in Washington. We are about to legalize weed in Oregon this November. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We have 23 medical states. I just got back from Jamaica. This month, they are decriminalizing marijuana in Jamaica. This month, they are giving the Rastafari their religious rights in Jamaica. And when you ask them how that happened, they say it happened because of what happened in Colorado, what happened in Washington State, what's happening in the United States. We are winning! But what we need is something on the East Coast. What we need is something in the Northeast. Next year, you are going to be able to vote on legalization in Massachusetts. Next year, 2016, vote for legalization in Massachusetts. Register to vote. This is really, really important because the same wave that spread all the way in Jamaica, if you legalize in Massachusetts, it's going to spread throughout the world. All right, now we got about 10, 15, 20 seconds left to go. We're going to come up on a magic moment. About 7 years, I was busted for this guy right here in this park for smoking a joint. And right now, I think we're going to do it on the goddamn stage. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? It goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy March! Thank you, Boston! Remember, register to vote, legalize weed in Massachusetts starting next year. And when you leave the park tonight, clean up. Remember to clean up this park. This is the 25th year of the Boston Freedom Rally. And next year is the year that it becomes a celebration. Make sure you're a part of that celebration. Clean up today, vote next year. Thank you. My name is Rick Cusick. I am the associate publisher of High Times Magazine. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rick Cusick. Give it up for yourselves. Oh, man. Hashtag Boston Freedom Rally. Lilith, you got something you want to say to these fine people?
Happy 420. I love you guys. All right. I want you guys to give it up. These guys need no introduction. Give it up for Planetoid.
Transducer check. Sonic transducer check.
That's footage from our own Urb Thrasher at the Boston Freedom Rally. His first time for the 25th anniversary. And the first Boston Freedom Rally to go on without Michael Malta, the King of Pot, KOP. For those of you out here on the West Coast, you may not have known what KOP stood for when they were chanting it, but that's what it stood for. He's one of the premier activists, an icon in the Northeast for marijuana legalization, and I'm so fortunate that I was at last year's Boston Freedom Rally and had my chance to meet the King of Pot before he succumbed to a heart attack the following month, just shortly after the Boston Freedom Rally last year. But the Freedom Rally goes on, and everyone's fighting for the King of Pot's memory to get marijuana legalized by 2016 in Massachusetts. And I'm telling you, folks, it's going to happen. We are going to look back in 10 years and just be shocked that we were putting people in prison over marijuana. Planetoid rocking out the main stage at the Boston Freedom Rally. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we've got Steve Berke's newest pot parody video. This one's the Grease classic, You're the One That I Want, modeled after the amendment vote in Florida for medical marijuana. Stay tuned for that, coming up next.
.420 Radio, your ticket to the High Times Cannabis Cups. The Marijuana Business Association, or MJBA, are proud sponsors of the Russ Belville Show. It is the mission of the MJBA to establish integrity and legitimacy, create common market standards, provide market intelligence, and develop best ethical business practices for participants in the emerging legal marijuana industry, including commercial hemp, medical marijuana, and recreational marijuana for adults. Learn more about the Marijuana Business Association and visit mjba.net to join today. That's
I don't use marijuana, but as a teacher of 36 years, I can tell you lots of other people use it. I don't believe in prohibition. I don't think it works. Prohibiting it hasn't stopped anybody from getting a hold of it. I would like to see it regulated so that maybe kids can't get a hold of it so easily. I know they get a hold of it now very easily. I support a new approach to marijuana. I support legalizing it. It's with us. It's not going to go away. And if we can get money through the taxation, we can also educate our kids about it. That's why I support it.
If you're an adult who enjoys a good beer, there's a similar product you might want to know about. One without all the calories and serious health problems. Less toxic so it doesn't cause hangovers or overdose deaths, and it's not linked to violence or reckless behavior. Marijuana, less harmful than alcohol, and time to treat it that way. For more information, visit marijuanaissafer.org.
At Herbie's Cannabis Seeds, we pride ourselves on bringing you the best quality seeds from the world's most respected cannabis seed producers, all at the lowest online prices. You can find Herbie's Seeds at herbiesheadshop.com. All cannabis seeds are sold as souvenirs and as a means of preserving cannabis genetics. Herbie's Seeds in no way intends to condone, promote, or incite the use of illegal or controlled substances. We strongly urge all prospective customers to check their national laws prior to placing an order. Herbie's Seeds at herbiesheadshop.com. Proud sponsors of the Russ Belville Show and 420 Radio.
Everyone knows music and marijuana go together, so let's wind up our 20 after break with the Russ Belville Show's Daily Toker Tunes, the best in pod-safe 420 music from around the web. Today is Irie Wednesday, featuring reggae, ska, and other world music genres. Now, sit back and enjoy your Daily Toker Tunes.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to do something a little different here for our Irie Wednesday. Gordon Green's got the day off, and our friend Steve Berke is back with another parody video. He's done previous parody videos on a Rihanna tune and a Macklemore tune. This time, he dips back a little further into the archive with the old classic from the musical Grease. But you know, dipping back and getting something older is probably a good idea for this subject matter because the song is intended to promote medical marijuana in Florida, where we're hoping seniors will come out to the polls and support legalizing medical marijuana in Florida. So here's the video for Yes on 2 medical marijuana. This is called The Law That I Want, a Grease parody from our friend Steve Berke in South Miami Beach. Enjoy.
Man, my back is killing me. Yo, have you seen a doctor? I've seen doctors, I've seen back specialists. Nothing helps. Whoa! Have you seen her? Mary Jane?
Tell me about it, stud.
I got pills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. All these doctors, they keep prescribing. It's so terrifying.
a better plan, and it's no longer taboo. You better cheer up, there's another medicine, and those pills haven't helped you.
Nothing left for me to do. You're the love that I want. Yes, on to the love that I want. Yes, on to, honey, the love that I want. Yes, on to the one I need. Oh yes, it's
weird. If you're filled with hesitation, you're too shy for something new, you should try this medication. Break the taboo.
Wow! I better shape up, 'cause I need relief.
You need relief, something for your chronic pain.
I better shape up. I really do believe.
You really do believe that there's so much to be gained. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, sweet Mary Jane. You're the love that I want. Yes, on to the love that I want. Yes, on to, honey, the love that I want. Yes, on to the one I need. Oh yes, it's weird. You're the love that I want. You are the love I want. Yes, on to the love that I want. You are the love I want. Yes, on to, honey, the love that I want. You are the love I want. Yes, on to the one I need. Oh yes, it's weird. You're the love that I want. You are the love I want. Yes, on to the love that I want. You are the love I want. Yes, on to, honey, the love that I want. You are the love I want. Yes, on to the one I need. Oh yes, it's weird. You're the love that I want. You are the love I want. Yes, on to the love that I want. You are the love I want. Yes, on to, honey, the love that I want. You are the love I want. Yes, on to the one I need. Oh yes, it's weird. You're the love that I want.
Hey everyone, the laws aren't going to change unless we get out there and vote. When do we vote?
November 4th!
That's Steve Berke.
If you're filled with hesitation,
I gotta say, it's just about a shot-for-shot remake. I was gonna say, remembering from back in the day, Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta video. Well done, Steve. All right, when we come back, more video from the Boston Freedom Rally. Mike Crawford. Be back after this.
420 Radio, turning red states and blue states green. The law offices of Omar Figueroa would like to remind you to stand up for your rights. If you are detained or arrested, treat law enforcement with respect and stand up for your rights by repeating, "I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search and seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to speak with my attorney." Please contact the law offices of Omar Figueroa at 415-489-0420 or 707-829-0215 or on the web at omarfigueroa.com. You know Urb Thrasher from the Urb Thrasher Flower Hour. Now get ready for Herb Age Designs for the proud cannabis consumer. Herb Age Designs, lifestyle gear for the 420 friendly. Herb Age Designs, we've got frisbee golf discs and durable hemp gear. Herb Age Designs, we've got shot glasses, drinking glasses, coffee mugs, and beer cozies. Check us out on Facebook and online at herbagedesigns.com and follow Herb Age and Urb Thrasher on Twitter. Hemp Beach TV, featuring Blazy and Max from the secret hemp beach in Florida, replaying Fridays at 12 Pacific on 420radio.org. Are you a hypocrite? If you live a closeted cannabis lifestyle, you are. Read about 7 people living a closeted cannabis lifestyle who are on the verge of coming out in The Hypocrites by Mara K. Eaton, available at areyouahypocrite.net. You can purchase the book on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, also available on iTunes. Check out Mara K. Eaton on Facebook as well. Learn more at areyouahypocrite.net.
Smoke weed, call your best friend, he's probably got a bag on him. It's not that hard. Also, check out the table to my right. You can get some Mad Yonder gear over there. T-shirts for the females. Also, over here, I see we got a buyer. We got a female in a pink Rec Shop tee, and that's what I like to see. Make sure you get your Rec Shop gear. Check out that RecShopMovement.com. Those are my peoples. That is my family. They have gotten me here today to get to talking trash to you, and I see that you like it. Coming up to the stage next, man, is a very, very, very supreme. He is the supreme activist. Like, my man's been on more picket lines than sperm has been in baby mamas, I swear to God. In Boston. He's trying to do for Boston what's happening in Colorado. Bring that 30-something billion or $1 million that they got and bring it here. Get these kids in school programs and things like that and help us legalize what we do best, smoke weed. So let me bring up my man right now who's hardcore advertising Green Leaf magazine. You see what's on the magazine. Talking about them green leaves, baby. Yes, yes. I'm going to get me a copy and sit down and read for a little bit. I sure the hell will. Now, coming to the stage is, again, like I said, the supreme activist. Green Leaf magazine. You can see this man everywhere. Like I said, you see a picket line where they say you can't smoke weed, he'll be there. AKA Mr. Green Superman himself, Mike Crawford.
Thank you. They also call me Mike Can. You can check me out at Take Boston every week. In Boston, I write a weed column. I do weed politics in Boston. I used to have a lot to do with this freedom rally. I still do. I'm with Greenleaf too. You also find my work in Greenleaf magazine and this issue and many other issues of their magazine. I do a radio show on WEMF Radio every Saturday. WEMF Radio, The Young Jerks. My boy Frank Capone is my host, co-host here right here. We got Red Blazer over here. I want to give him a shout out. This t-shirt designed by Dave Tree and Red Blazer for my brother, the King of Pot, who passed away. Let's hear it for the King of Pot. You know the King of Pot. Let's hear it for the King of Pot. K-O-P, 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 K-O-P. That's what it's about. Last night I had the privilege of being awarded Best Boston Activist for weed. And I'm really proud of that because that's what I do. People invite me to go speak in Colorado and California, all these other places. I never leave. I only want to do it here in our home, Boston, Cambridge, Massachusetts. I started out like you in this audience. That's what this freedom rally is about. So many of us have started where you are. Maybe it's your first rally. I started right there. 15 years later, I've run this event. I'm writing professionally. I can remember in the past, growing up, don't be a weed activist, you'll never get a good job. It's not true. I'm gonna get a good job because I am a weed activist. That's what we're doing here. And you know who did it? You did it. So what I'm all about is Boston. I want to hear a big, big, loud, the loudest applause for Boston today. Let's hear it for Boston. And I'm going to say it for the police, too. The Boston police have been cool today. They were cool yesterday. Those weren't pot-smoking dogs. Those are bomb-sniffing dogs. They're here to protect us, right? And the mayor who doesn't like weed, I've gone after him week after week. We go after him in Dig Boston about his weed. He doesn't like weed. But you know what? The mayor did us good today. So I want to, you'll never hear, you won't often hear me say this. Let's hear it for Mayor Walsh today on what he's doing and showing that we can gather peacefully. They don't have to harass us. Look at us, no fines. They haven't warned anyone. Have you been warned for smoking today? No. We're winning. Why are we winning? Because of us. Let's hear it one more time. Boston. Let's hear it for Boston. This is what we're doing. 2016 legalized. What can we do right now? Does anyone know who's running for governor, who smokes? No, he doesn't smoke, but who supports legalizing marijuana? Is there a candidate for governor? Is it Coakley? Does he support it? No. What about Charlie Baker? Does he support it? No. Who is it? Evan Falchuk, you win a t-shirt, Greenleaf Magazine right here. This dude got it. It's Evan Falchuk. Get registered to vote. Vote for Evan. Show these politicians. They're the ones that need to know. They're the ones that need to get the message. Sometimes our message gets through another way we can show it. Vote Evan Falchuk. Look him up. For governor of Massachusetts. Get registered to vote. 2016. Get ready. We're coming. Legal 2016. Boston, thank you. Thank you. That's all I got. That's it. One round of applause for Boston. Thank you. I am Mike Can. Check me out everywhere. I'm always in Boston. Thank you, Boston.
Elementary.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Urb Thrasher here with 420radio.org at the 25th annual Boston Freedom Rally. Walking around, checking things out, looking at companies who are doing brand new things in the cannabis industry, walking across Cannavest. Chris Boucher of Cannavest. How you doing, dude? And tell us about Cannavest.
I'm just doing awesome. Hey, man, Cannavest is on the forefront, cutting edge of CBD. Cannavest grows about 3,000 acres of industrial hemp, and we make CBD. We are the largest, most efficient producer in the world of cannabidiol, CBD. CBD gets you healthy, THC gets you high. They both work together. But more importantly, what we've done is we've used the law we have here in the United States to be able to legally sell CBD here in America because it's from industrial hemp. And CBD basically helps regulate the cannabinoid, the endocannabinoid system. Look it up on the internet, endocannabinoid system. In a couple of years, you go to your doctor, he'll check your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and they're going to check your endocannabinoid system. Because if you're deficient in certain cannabinoids, you can have inflammation, you can have pain, you can have many different serious ailments. It's the underlying protection of the nervous system. It regulates your sleep, it regulates your emotions, it regulates your nervous system. So anyways, Cannavest here is just to help educate people on cannabis and how healthy it is for us. And really appreciate it, man.
Right on. Cannavest definitely doing new things in this cannabis industry. Talk about the industry itself and the growth that we're seeing.
It is just monumental. Man, I opened the first hemp company 25 years ago. I founded the HIA and Hemp Industries Association. I mean, I thought it'd be legal. That was in '93. I thought it'd be legal by '95. I grew 1 million plants at the USDA Research Center in 1994. We sued the DEA in 1999 because they tried to outlaw hemp food, hemp seed oil. Come on, it took 4 years to fight the DEA in federal court. And in 2004, we got a federal ruling, and this industry has just taken off. In the last 2 years, it's moved quicker than it has in the last 30 years. In the last year, it's moved quicker and quicker. I mean, it is happening. 8 states will be legalized, hopefully, in these upcoming November elections.
That's right.
And we're here in Boston, man. It's legal now. And either get with it or, get off the train because cannabis is the future.
Noticing some good things on this banner right here. Talk about these first place. What's going on?
This is the world-renowned Cannabis Cup put on by High Times. We won Amsterdam last year for the best CBD in the world. Then we won Seattle. Then we won Los Angeles. This is all this year. We won Michigan back in July, and last week we won Seattle again. 5 Cannabis Cups in a row for the best CBD. And, that's what we do. We want people to know it's the best, and it's healthy, it's clean, it's safe, and Cannavest that's what they're about.
So Cannavest Commercial Hemp Agriculture. You guys are based out of Colorado?
No, we're based out of California. And what we also do, we grow industrial hemp in Kentucky. We have a couple fields at Murray State University in Kentucky. We're working with the Growing Warriors in Kentucky, teaching veterans to come back from the war and learn about agriculture by growing hemp. And we'll be building a factory. This is CBDX, and this is a CBD drop, 100 milligrams. Squirt it behind your tongue, and it helps put CBD in the body.
Who can get this? How?
Anyone can get it. Go online to cbdoil.com. Go to cannavest.com. It's all over the internet. We sell it in multiple places. And you can buy it here at the Hemp Fest, and it's only $20.
Outstanding. Urb Thrasher here is talking with Chris Boucher of Cannavest. Right on, Chris. We appreciate everything you guys are doing. You guys are definitely helped create a whole new industry. Hanging out here at the Boston Freedom Rally. How's the Boston Freedom Rally been so far?
It is awesome.
Is this amazing?
It is just incredible. The young people here are so educated. 20 years ago, nobody knew what this is. Now everybody is walking around here, all these different kids from the colleges. They're with their parents, they're with their kids.
That's right.
I mean, this is a family event. How does it get better in the Freedom Rally,
Exactly. One more time, tell everyone where they can find Cannavest.
You can get Cannavest at cannavest.com or cbdoil.com. And if you call now, give a code 420-RADIO-A, and you'll get a 10% discount.
Right on. Outstanding work. You guys keep up the expensive, man, amazing work you do. Love you guys. And CBD, man, it seems to be growing as well.
It is, man, brother. Thank you.
All right,
man.
dude. Cannavest, right there.
Yeah.
420 Radio.
Sir, do you think there will or should come a time for us to discuss the possibility of legalization, regulation, and control of all drugs, thereby doing away with the violent criminal market as well as a major source of funding for international terrorism? Thank you so much for your time, Mr. President.
Well, I think this is an entirely legitimate topic for debate.
Name the time and place, Mr. President. Radical Russ has been prepping for this debate full-time since 2005. The Russ Belville Show.
.420 Radio. Tune in, turn on, get highly educated. Growing plants indoors can be a rewarding hobby, but electricity bills can go through the roof. Then you have to cool down all those big hot lights. It can drive a grower insane. With Lush LED lighting, you can solve many of these issues and double your rewards. Matt and his scientists have developed the perfect light for flowering plants with far less cost and heat. And the results? Very effective. Check out LushLEDlighting.com right now.
Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz thinks it's okay for medical marijuana patients to go to federal prison. On May 30th, she voted against an amendment that would respect Florida's new laws and protect Florida's patients. Even though 88% of Florida voters support medical marijuana, why would Congresswoman Wasserman Schultz vote to send patients like this to prison? Is Congresswoman Wasserman Schultz out of touch with Florida?
When you are starting up a medical cannabis business, you want a fired-up lawyer who understands the needs of cannabis consumers. The law office of Lauren Vasquez is your fired-up lawyer for the cannabis industry. Visit her website, firedupLawyer.com, or call 1-855-MMJ-LAWS for more information. That's 855-665-5297 for Lauren Vasquez, your fired-up lawyer, or email firedup.
Look what's happened in 2 years. Marijuana's been legalized in Denver, Colorado, Seattle, Washington. 2 states in America where marijuana is now legal. And we have it pretty good here as well in Massachusetts with decriminalization. I remember years ago at this rally, which I've been coming to since the early 90s, I used to arrest people. I used to walk people all the way along there in handcuffs and take them away all day long. It wasn't fun. But that's why this rally began, to fight that fight. And we've won that fight. Nobody's going to get arrested today. It's awesome. And if you are, I want to know about it. Because you must have done something really bad. So I've been coming here for many years. I used to work for High Times magazine. And everybody loves High Times, right? High Times is back there. Go visit them in the normal booth. Have some High Times news. Part of what I used to do at High Times was I was a player and a coach on their softball team called the High Times Bong Hitters. True story, the Bong Hitters. The legends of New York media softball, the Bong Hitters, yesterday won the league championship, defeating, of all teams, Wall Street Journal. Feel like that. The Stoners beat the Stalkers. So right on to High Times. It's their 40th anniversary, so that's very cool too. I worked there from 1988 to about 2007. Had a lot of great High Times. After that, I started my website, CelebStoner.com. I wanted to do my own thing. Similar to High Times, but my own thing. Hope some people go and visit it once in a while. It's out there on the web. We're kind of like the TMZ of weed. Anybody, any celebrity who smokes pot, we're going to write about it. Miley Cyrus has bongs that she puts bracelets on. She did an art project this week in Fashion Week in New York. That was worth a mention. But we cover the hard news, we cover the real stories, what's going on in the world of marijuana, and so much is happening in the world of marijuana. So let's look at what's going on here. You have medical marijuana, but you still don't have any stores. So the industry really hasn't started yet. It's sort of underway, and we're waiting, right? 11 stores, people are telling me, but nothing's open yet. But at least you have the law. You're ahead of New York, which just passed medical marijuana, but we don't have anything going yet. Now in New York, they did it different. They said you can't smoke the herb when you're as a patient. What do you think of that? Should you be able to smoke the herb as a patient? Well, New York thinks otherwise. New York thinks vaping is the right way to go. It's better for you medicinally. Maybe they're true. Maybe that's true. But there'll be a lot of vaping going on in New York in 18 months when medical marijuana, starts hopefully, being made available. In New York, we were also decriminalized. I talk about New York so much because I'm from New York. I'm wearing a Met hat. Don't hold it against me. It's not a Yankee hat. Okay, so I know it was 86, but please, long time ago. I know I'm going to lose you here now. I mentioned the Mets, but really. So, everything's sort of here has changed dramatically from 2009 till now. Like I said, people got arrested before, now they don't. Why? Because marijuana is now decriminalized in the state of Massachusetts, which is great. You change things. Now, what do we do next? So what's happened in Colorado and Washington, Seattle, Washington, is what we do next. We wipe it off the books, all kinds of criminal, anything for marijuana. Now you can still get a summons, now you still have to pay money. Colorado, no. So, it's incremental steps along the way, towards the ultimate goal of ending marijuana prohibition, right? That's the goal, right? We want to end marijuana prohibition federally, every state, every city. So, let's see what else is going on. Philadelphia has decriminalized marijuana. How do you like that? Washington, D.C. has decriminalized marijuana. How do you like that? New York City? No, not so much. Boston? I don't think so. No? Did I go for you? Did I arrest you in large quantities like they do in New York and here in Boston? In New York, it's 7,000, what is it, 30,000 a year? It's been up as high as 50,000 a year. Hey, I got arrested in New York for marijuana. It sucks. I'm sure some people out here have, and it's changed, and that's great. So we're still fighting that fight in New York. No decrim. Even though the state is decriminalized, they can arrest you for marijuana if it's in public view. And then oftentimes that comes from stop and search. They make it all of a sudden it's in public view. So then you're arrested. We have, ridiculous number of arrests in New York. So here in Boston, the same goal, should follow. Decriminalization, even though the state has it, it's good that you have it locally. But ultimately, yes, the goal is federally legalizing marijuana. Will it happen during the Obama time? Right now, probably not. He has the chance. He could do it. We need to reschedule marijuana from Schedule 1 to either Schedule 0 or 3 or 4 so that federally it's not illegal, and that would stop all the problems statewide. So that's the goal on the federal level, but locally, we're winning over and over and over again. Another thing that's happening that's very cool here in Massachusetts is that you have a law that was struck down that if you're stopped in your car and there's a smell of marijuana, you cannot be searched. If there's a smell of burning marijuana, you cannot be searched. The only state in the country where that is not a probable cause. So you got something really going great here as far as that, as far as medical marijuana, which hopefully is going to happen soon, as far as decriminalization, where they're not arresting us out here today. So things are going pretty good. So congratulations. Give yourself a hand. Right on, Boston, Massachusetts. How about a big hemp hooray? Hemp hooray! 1, 2, 3. Hemp hooray! 1, 2, 3. Everyone else better shout out to Noah Trenfeld in the crowd came. He's just a new kid up in the school here. Watch out for him. He's cool. He's got his own band, The Box Story. What up? He'll be playing here next year, maybe? All right. How are we doing? All right. Keep going? Keep going. All right. So what is CelebStoner? CelebStoner is my website. CelebStoner.com. It's about marijuana in all its glory, but mostly about the people who, in the celebrity world, embrace marijuana. We like to write about them because they're sort of important. It's Willie Nelson, and it's Tommy Chong, and it's Bill Maher, and it's Woody Harrelson, it's Miley Cyrus. People are very split on Miley Cyrus, but she is advocating marijuana, and it's helping. Getting it out there. Rihanna, you know, people like that. It's helping. It gets it out there. The mainstream. Everybody's talking about the mainstream. This is going to the mainstream. You know, so below, we don't need her as our supporter. No, you do. We need all the supporters we can get. Let's not turn down Miley Cyrus. So, you know, like, here's the big news story, CelebStoner news story. Tomorrow, everybody hear that Tommy Chong is going to be dancing with the stars? Right on. So Tommy Chong, the oldest dancer of that group, and the stoniest, obviously, is 76 years old. He's competing, and he's starting tomorrow. So he's asked me personally to ask all the stoners out there to vote for Tommy Chong tomorrow. Of course, I mean, you have to like him, but I know he'll be good. He dances with his wife all the time in their shows. He's good. He's going to do a cha-cha. So everybody do that. Willie Nelson. Hey, Willie Nelson just had Farm Aid down in Raleigh, North Carolina. I watched it last night. Roll me up and smoke me till I die. He was singing that at the end of the show. Willie's the greatest. Going on 82 years old. He has something called the Teapot Party. Go to the Teapot Party at Facebook. Willie got arrested, and he wanted to start something new, and he said, well, there's the Tea Party. How about the Teapot Party? So we're trying to legalize it via that as well. But it's everybody out here. It's all these great groups. Normal Mass Can. I want to thank everybody. Been coming here for years. Mickey Martin was up here. He's talking about this new Cannabis Institute here, Northeastern Cannabis Institute. What a cool idea. You guys should join that. You should take the classes if you need it. Okay, it's coming right to you. And they've a tent over there today, too. So we're ready for a big countdown for 420.
We are rapidly approaching, Steve. You guys ready? Yeah. There's an element of getting ready on your end as well. We are notorious for pictures with gigantic clouds of smoke. That's your end of the deal. Count it down, Steve. We're at 10.
We're at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 420!
Yeah, the 420 countdown with Steve Bloom from CelebStoner at the Boston Freedom Rally. We're going to go to our phone lines now. Bacon Dan has been hanging so patiently on the line. Dan, how's it going?
Very good, and I have some good news I wanted to share with you, Russ, and with all of our listeners.
All right, let's hear it.
Tomorrow night, I have just confirmed I will be a Skype guest on Tom Green Live with special guest in studio Ed Asner and Bobby Lee of Mad TV.
Oh, wow. Tom Green. That's great news. How did you manage to land that gig?
They reached out to me.
How did they know to reach out to you?
On my Twitter, I've got, sometimes guests on 420 Radio. I've been following Tom and the official Twitter for the show, so I would recommend everybody out there, if you are a Tom Green fan, go on your Twitter, Tom Green AXSTV, or just search Tom Green Live for Twitter, and they reached out to me, and I'm going to submit my questions, and I will be definitely asking Ed Asner, Tom Green, and Bobby Lee their views on legalization, especially for California and for the state of Oregon.
Right on, my man. Well, that's Access TV, AXS, and I've got that on the cable lineup, so I'm going to go hit the DVR right after the show and make sure we get that recorded.
Perfect.
I'm so glad to hear that, man. And Bacon Dan is just happening it's the Belleville bump once again, I'd like to say.
It really is. I mean, so much is happening. There's a lot of good things in the hopper right now. And, I mean, life is pretty damn good, can't lie. And the rain's coming back to Portland, so that makes me even happy.
You know what else? I'm thinking that once we get marijuana legalized, that I could think of no one better to be like the tour guide for Portland for a pot tour bus. You would do so good at that. You know all the spots.
I would love to do that.
Let's figure out how we can make that happen. The Bacon Dan, Bacon Dan, Bakin apostrophe. Bacon Dan.
Yeah, we'll just call it Bacon with Bacon. I'll take people all around, and it'll be a good thing.
And we'll make a show out of it and put it on the network.
I like the way you think, sir.
Bacon with Bacon. And that could be one of the things, too, is when people get on the bus, there's always bacon.
Oh, absolutely. That's a given.
Well, of course. That goes without saying. Oh, my. Well, we're having a lot of fun here and just unpacking some of the video from the Boston Freedom Rally. Here's some
Very
reggae.
cool.
Live reggae in the background there. So what are you up to tonight?
Tonight, just going to kind of take it easy. Last night we had a really, really good show at Who's the Ross. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy my Open vape, which I actually got to meet some of the people at the after party, and they were going to be opening up a dispensary in the area, which is very exciting.
Excellent news. Excellent news. And, of course, the Buffalo Bills are one of 7 undefeated NFL teams, so things are going well in that respect.
It's a good day to be a Bills fan, let me tell you. We got the best owner who now owns pretty much every sports team in Western New York. I mean, he is pretty much the Carnegie of Western New York. I view this as a great opportunity for Buffalo to get some much-needed money.
All right, glad to hear it. Well, Bacon Dan, take care of everything, and we will see you soon. Maybe again on Who's the Ross sometime soon.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, we're going to go out with some of this reggae from the Boston Freedom Rally in this last waning few moments. All right, we'll have more of Urb Thrasher's coverage of the Boston Freedom Rally. I know coming up on Friday, he's going to have that coverage of Lilith and her band Sorrow Seed. I met her last year at the Freedom Rally. Little pixie-ish woman with bright pink hair. The Chris Barnes voice. She's one of those metal screamers, man. Her band is off the hook, too. Can't wait to show you that on Friday. We'll have some stuff for tomorrow as well. Also on the show tomorrow, oh my God, can't believe I haven't been promoting this more today. Major Neil Franklin of Law Enforcement Against Prohibition will be our guest in Cops Say Legalize Drugs. We're going to be talking about the militarization of America's police forces and a recent press release from LEAP on that subject. And then, well, that's it. That's all the time we've got. Thanks for joining us for Big Island Zane. I'm Radical Russ. Until next time, take care of each other, Tokers.
This is the Russ Belville Show. The Russ Belville Show is blogging and podcasting daily at radicalruss.com.
You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it. You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it. You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it, and it goes down smooth.